Welcome to episode 2 of Money from Zero. Most people think saving $1,000 takes years, but there's actually one simple trick that can cut the time almost in half. I'll show you that in a moment. But first, you need to understand why this first $1,000 might be the most important financial milestone you ever reach. Nearly 60% of people can't handle a $1,000 emergency without going into debt, not because they're careless, but because modern life is unpredictable. A car repair, a medical bill, a broken appliance. Without a financial buffer, every unexpected expense becomes a setback. And the truth is, financial stability doesn't begin with investing. It begins with your first emergency fund. Today, I'll show you exactly how to build your first $1,000 step by step, even if you're starting from zero. Step 1. Set the target. Saving money feels difficult when the goal is vague. Savings is abstract, but $1,000 is specific. It's large enough to cover most small emergencies, yet small enough to be achievable. Think of it like installing shock absorbers in your financial life. Without it, every financial bump hits you directly. With it, unexpected expenses become manageable. Quick question. If your car needed a $900 repair tomorrow, would you pay it in cash? Or would it go on a credit card? For many people, the answer to that question determines whether a bad day becomes a financial crisis. Step 2. Separate the money. Here's a simple tactic that dramatically increases the chance you'll succeed. Your emergency fund should not sit in your everyday spending account. If it does, your brain treats it like available money. Instead, create a separate savings account. Label it clearly: Emergency Fund, Do Not Touch. This small psychological shift changes how you think about the money. It's no longer spare cash, it's protection. But there's also one mistake that destroys most emergency funds, and if you don't avoid it, your savings can disappear faster than you expect. We'll come back to that shortly. Step 3. Start smaller than you think. Many people feel overwhelmed by the idea of saving $1,000, but here's the key. You're not saving $1,000 today. You're saving small amounts consistently. For example, $10 per day to $1,000 in about 100 days. $25 per week is about 40 weeks. $50 per week is about 20 weeks. Here's a helpful strategy. Break the goal into 10 $100 milestones. 10 small wins feel far more achievable than one big number. Progress builds momentum, and momentum builds habits. Step 4. The trick that speeds this up. Earlier, I mentioned there's a trick that can dramatically speed up the process. It's something called found money, money that unexpectedly enters your life. Examples include tax refunds, selling unused items, cash gifts, side gig income, work bonuses. Instead of spending that money immediately, redirect it into your emergency fund. Many people reach their first $1,000 months faster simply by capturing these opportunities. A friend of mine had a $1,200 car repair last year. Without an emergency fund, that would have gone straight onto a credit card. But because he had saved $1,000, the situation was inconvenient and not financially devastating. That's the power of a buffer. Step 5. Automate the habit. One of the most effective financial strategies is automation. Set up an automatic transfer every payday, even if it's just $20 or $50. When saving happens automatically, it removes the need for willpower. You stop deciding whether to save, and saving simply becomes routine. Consistency, not intensity, builds financial stability. Step 6. The mistake that destroys emergency funds. Earlier, I mentioned a mistake that causes many emergency funds to fail. Here it is. People treat them like convenience money, using them for sales, travel deals, new gadgets. But emergency funds are only for true emergencies: car repairs, medical expenses, unexpected life events. If you protect the fund, it protects you. Step 7. Refill it when used. Eventually, you will use your emergency fund, and that's not failure. That means the system worked. Instead of going into debt, you solved the problem with cash. But when that happens, your next goal is simple: refill the fund. Think of it as resetting your financial safety net. Here's something most people don't realize. The first $1,000 isn't really about money. It's about removing financial anxiety. Before you build it, life feels fragile. One unexpected expense can undo months of progress. But after you build it, those same problems become manageable. You stop reacting and start planning. Finally, your first $1,000 emergency fund is the foundation of financial stability. Once you have it, you can begin building the systems that grow long-term wealth. And in the next episode, we'll break down one of the simplest budgeting frameworks ever created, the 50-30-20 rule, a method that shows exactly how to structure your income each month. So if you want to follow the full series, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. I'll see you in the next episode.